the day. He's very similar to Azir, where just because he's really strong doesn't mean that you can pilot him. But Khan is the OG Jace in Korea.
He is. He's very, very good. Of course, the Shy is another example, but he's in a different league. As we'll see whether Khan can navigate the Aatrox matchup with the Jace in his hands. But it is a very strange situation that we find ourselves in with things like the Rise not being looked at, Yuumi being the final ban on the blue side. Certainly these teams not wanting to go into new territory so much here in game number 2.
I mean, they have scaling on their team, which is, conveniently it's coming in the form of Teddy, but if the top half of the map falls behind, it feels really, really, really bad. If you're an SKT fan, Jace and Sylas are going to do virtually nothing. And then the range from Taliyah, as well as just how effective she is against some of the champions on SKT, definitely going to favor them. And the way that SK Telecom needs to fight later on, they sort of drafted themselves in to Aatrox, which is scary.
It is. One thing I do like is the fact that they've also kept themselves with ultimates that aren't super high impact. Heroic Entrance is a great one that Sylas can pick up, but Weaver's Wall, not exactly the best. A few other options, not so good. So let's see how it works as we get onto the Rift. Freaka fans, fewer in number, but still up there when it comes to enthusiasm. Lol Park, not a seat without a bottom in it. As SKT are fighting for their lives here in the second game. They don't want to lose this one. As Faker throws out the abscond. And that could have just spelt his death, but thankfully it missed. See whether the Sylas can be kept down this game. Of course, Sylas is probably the biggest of the choices, as Teddy was poking his head forward. Afrika just looking for deep vision. All 5 members of SKT here down towards the bottom side, as Mata will take a threaded volley to the back and will wander on out.
Afrika looking for some action early. Faker actually taking some damage here by UCal.
Yeah, picks himself up the shield there with the Abdallah, so he will be okay as Dread's going to start off this red buff. This could be really dangerous as they pull it into the brush. Cleared. Volatile Spiderling comes down. That's one knock up there for Mata. The flash forward from Senin as UCal's looking for more. Cleared's going to go down early. It's a disaster for SKT. They'll lose their red, and they've already lost their jungler.
All right, Clid is really, really far behind right now. Oh my god, I love it. Does he know the path? No, he doesn't. Wow. We got a sandbox mode for that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Hey man, sandbox just lost 0-2.
Hey.
Maybe you don't want that.
What about versus bots? It shows you the range.
Yeah, that's true.
That one.
He hasn't played enough co-op versus AI.
Yeah, he needs that one.
Yeah.
He actually just ruined his own jungle path after such a fortunate advantage. But Afrika, they're on 800 gold lead here at 2 minutes into the game. Obviously, wave coming in right now though to Teddy and Mata.
They're not going to be able to pick up too much of it. It's a couple of caster creeps so far and missing quite a few. Mata just happily auto-attacking that creep because it was going to die anyway.
Oh man.
Dread's going to move on over, continuing to play aggressively, and that's what this matchup is all about. It's about the champion that gets ahead, or the champion that's going to get the drop on the other is the one that's going to win the matchup. Clid, luckily, takes away his blue buff. So important for the Elise.
And Clid's able to do that right there because he knows that Dread doesn't have the smite up because he saw him use it on the red buff, so that's quite nice. And at this point, Faker getting bullied a little bit in the mid lane. He does have the teleport available though. UCal has a biscuit, still has another corrupting potion remaining.
And
Faker
has first blood gold to spend, so probably looking to try and get this wave into a position where he can go home.
Well, he's probably going to want, UCal's probably going to want to stall this out until about the 5-minute wave. And at that point, assuming that he's CSing everything perfectly, he can have a really, really nice recall on Taliyah.
Khan versus Keen, you can see Keen utilizing the extra healing that he has available to himself. Went down relatively low, but was able to actually do decently in that trade. Has gone for the electrocute this time around as he wants to be a little bit more bursty. on the Aatrox. Also has access to a few more healing tools, as you can see. Taste the Blood and Ravenous Hunter both in there. Alongside the Ghost Burrow. Of course, Resolve Tree still there, as he actually looking for his second blue buff.
Now the thing is here is, does he anticipate that Dread paths into his Golem camps, or does he expect that he's coming? I'm assuming the latter, as he's pulling the blue buff down, and Dread actually doesn't even check on the blue, which means that Clid's actually going to get away with stealing this right under his nose.
Yeah, the ping is there, so they had an idea that Clid was around the area.
After the opening, Clid is ahead in the
yeah
the jungle, so
extra camp now available for the Elise.
Dread is dreading it.
He also went home, so Dread has a couple of longswords, so if he finds the Elise before she goes back, then huge advantage when it comes to that jungle skirmish. As Keen is going to be winning once again, lands the Infernal Change, the flash forward, and he gets the flash out of Khan. Clid turns up. This could be a teleport plus gank to really punish the Aatrox using flash aggressively.
But Dread only has one location to go. Now, I think he wants to path maybe to the Gromp, assuming that Clid's going to go there, but he might come top lane anticipating.
Yep, knows that there's no teleport. Clid's going to be here for the counter gank. They do know that he's in there. Q is going to miss, but Talia gets the first roam. Dread heads in there with the safeguard. Infernal Chains are going to land. Clid's not going to get pulled back. Great knock up there, but Keen goes down first. Clid's in trouble. Flash forward from Yucal. The pebbles are on the floor as Dread makes his way forward. Triumph is going to be there. Double kill. And Dread survives. Faker needs to get this kill to help this one out. The Abscond is going to be in. And he picks up one. Teleport is coming now for Keen, though. Can they buy time?
Seismic shove.
Yep, more pebbles are going to land. Seismic shove is going to be huge. It lands onto Faker. He makes it into the brush. The Infernal Chains are there. The pebbles are well placed. Yucal, there's no worked ground, and he finds it. Keen grabs the kill, 4-2.
And that is a super, super big turn of events, favoring Afrika in the end. Now you can see that Khan, he is rushing towards mid lane to try to get that very large wave. But Keen, level 6 now, up in top lane. He got such an advantage from this, and it actually started off really bad for Afrika. Dread misses the initial Q onto Khan, follows it up with a ward hop into getting a lot of damage onto Clid. But then Keen goes down. It looks like it was going to be okay for SKT, but then Yucal ends up showing up. Flash Ignite going down. Triumph comes in, as you pointed out. They end up getting the double kill onto Khan, and it was at that point Faker had to do a hero play to salvage the situation. Then Keen teleports back in, and if the Seismic Sub misses, the kill doesn't go down onto Faker. Everything's probably going to be fine from that point forward. Meanwhile, in the live cam, at the bottom left, we see a trade is actually unfolding.
Yep, a little bit of one, but we're going to check this one out towards the end. Keen picking up that kill was actually huge to make sure that the Jace can't do Jace things. As Freak of Freaks fans, they've been found in this LoL park that is full of SKT fans.
That sign actually said Spirit's name in Korean and said, I want to see you, or I miss you.
Well, they're going to need Afrika to lose this game if they want to potentially see him today. As Arcane push back underneath his turret. Clid's back up here as well.
This is a little bit of a hard dive to coordinate, unless they hit everything.
Yep, Cocoon is going to land, getting in there all too easy with the repel. Just the least things, guys. As Dread's looking to do the same thing in the mid lane, misses that Q by a country mile. As Faker is going to be absolutely fine, but this is a disaster. Look at all of these minions that are going begging.
It's great for Khan. And Keen is going to miss out on all that experience, which creates the level disparity as well. And now...
and the Cocoon's going to land onto Dread. Khan follows it up with another one. And to add insult to injury, the Brambleback goes over to Clid. SKT have found themselves once again post 8 minutes.
Keen is getting put in the grave right now, still being zoned out from minions. And the other issue from this is, due to the proximity of the minion waves, well, interesting, Khan actually elects to shove it in, but it was coming into him. And so Khan has two choices there. He can either keep shoving, trying to get more turret plates, or the reinforcing minion waves from the Afrika side meets the wave faster, starts slow pushing into Khan. Khan gets about 2.5 waves to come into him. He could potentially then zone and deny Keen XP. And that might have been a better option because you know that Lee Sin can't path top lane.
Well, we'll see whether King can find his way back into this matchup. I like the idea of Khan putting on as much pressure as he possibly can, trying to get that minion wave towards that turret, get as many plates as he can find as UCal. He's the one with a big advantage in this game. Behind in farm, but 3-0-1, 300 gold bounty. The Talia is everything for the Afrika Freaks. Whereas Cleared, he's found his way back in. He's put Khan in a great position on the Jace. And we know that Khan, in an aggressive position, is a phenomenal top laner.
Yeah.
A lot of the reasons why Khan got a lot of criticism was because when he was playing in a disadvantageous matchup or from behind or anything like that, that's when he starts to show weakness. But there's never been weakness in his play when it comes to playing from ahead and pushing his advantage further.
So right now they're trying to set up this play. SK Telecom on the other side of the map, though, we're going to respond by trying to get the Clown Drake.
Yeah, should be able to get this one relatively easily. Tread not actually looking for a further gank towards the top side. He's going to rotate down. Shelly's still available, and UCal has a lot of push power here in the mid lane. You can see UCal just abusing this range versus melee matchup. Almost has his flashback available, and the Ignite is also going to be there. Very aggressive decision to be made here from the Talia. Cliff moving immediately down towards the bottom side as Marta trying to get out. The quickness is in. The flash forward. Senin flashes in response. The Cocoon is so damn good as Aiming still trying to look to trade, but Clid, he's already out of there. Aiming, it looked like he was trying to aim the Void Seeker, but just not a chance to do it as Dread standing off screen.
Oh,
he's feeling the pressure. He needs to do something.
So with the mid lane pressure and priority right now, here comes the Weaver's Wall. Dread is going to come in as well. Teleport.
Yeah, he's going to flash over, gets the kick onto Khan. He flashes, but he's well and truly dead. Faker tries to move on in, and Dread's going to follow him. Faker is going to... No, he can't find the kill onto Dread, and because of that, because of him falling down, we're able to get the reset, and the Aatrox is going to survive.
Aiming died, though, during all of this.
Oh, he got dove on the bottom side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he ended up dying, and so Teddy now going to be the one in the driver's seat. CS advantage, 2 kills under him.
And UCal has the biggest target on his back that we have seen on this guy in 2019.
So let's take a look at how this all transpired. Oh, it's relatively simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Teddy and Marta killed Amy. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, weird how that happened. All right, now let's take another quick look at this. Oh, okay, Con. All right.
Yep.
You get kicked into a wall. You know, I don't think Chase likes that.
Well, and then Faker finds himself in absolutely the wrong position. Doesn't quite get out far enough as somehow Dread is surviving with slivers of health over and over again. Now, the focus has been turned towards the top side of the map. The push, of course, in advantage of SKT, meaning that Shelly is going to be free food for them. Clear trying to move the advantage that he's created top side and, of course, bottom side around this map, and will be able to pick that one up.
Oh, I think they're going to bring it top lane and get the plates immediately for Con.
I think it sounds like a great idea. The more you can push your Jace ahead, the better things are.
He's going to summon it. Any second now. There it is.
UCal's going to get here, though. Weaver's Wall, not
Well, they might not know about this, and look at Galio.
Yeah. Hero's entrance is going to be there. Q is going to land from Dread. He's looking for Khan, gets booped back, and Shelly takes down the turret. Not an option to actually pick up any kills right here for the Afrika Freaks. Oh, I don't think so. Okay.
Wow, so that's a little unfortunate.
I think local gold for the turret also went big.
Yeah. So I wonder what the interaction just was. I believe that they don't get any plates or anything from that, and obviously Shelly ended up being wasted.
Yeah, okay.
In a way, so they kind of stole that Herald away.
They still get the global gold from the turret.
Yeah.
But as you can see, top of the screen, 6-6 in kills, 1,000 gold is the lead as SKT is up 1 turret. You can't see too much of a difference when it comes to the farm numbers. Apart from in the mid lane, where Faker has been farming out very effectively on this Silas. Finds UCal once again, as we can see. As Faker was looking for that control. Seismic shove is going to go wide as the Abscond comes in. UCal flashing very early. Hero's entrance comes in. Good timing as Keen's going to teleport forward. Aggressive on this one as UCal is going to block off that exit. Nothing going to come from it. Aiming, looking for Teddy. They think they've got him routed, but the rest of SKT is going to be here. Teddy off to the side. Can SKT actually find their way in?
Oh,
Heroic
Faker,
entrance from Faker gets his way forward. Zenon will be going down, but Keen is looking for something. They're looking to rip through, and my God, the Aatrox damages. Amy comes down. He finds one of them. Their health bars are so damn low. As Faker in the back of the pit. Teddy falls down, but now Keen, he's trying to find Clint. Ucal's in there. The seismic shove's going to land. The next auto is in there, and Afrika steal the fight away from SKT.
Keen was just an absolute monster inside of that team fight, and aiming, it almost looked like he was going to actually botch it for a second.
Yeah, that looked really scary. Diving right into the middle, but somehow he got saved. That was so close on both sides.
So they get a little bit debated by the Faker Galio ultimate that he was able to steal away. Watch Keen in the World Ender. I thought surely he was going to go down.
Oh, and the seismic shove was there too.
Dread goes on to Teddy in the south, and then right here aiming elects to actually chase up instead of killing Faker just below him and then being able to wrap back down into Dread.
우연아 지렸다. 아 지렸다. 나 왜 이렇게 잘하냐. 다음 1분. 왜
I think Ucal's won the award for definitely the best comments made in these particular situations. Aiming in Afrika is facing off.
They're in the driver's seat right now for Infernal.
Yeah.
And if they get this Infernal Dragon, it is so powerful.
They have 5 members down here. They are taking this Infernal Dragon.
They're taking it. Let's take a look at why is Rakan selected? I want to see how much of a stat amplification.
Well, you know
what? I'm mad.
Sorry, LS. We'll talk to the observers and we'll try and get someone fired. I think we need to get someone fired for that. I will not stand for it.
I think that would actually be a really interesting thing.
What, getting someone fired?
No.
Observing incorrectly? In your eyes?
No,
I was going to say, that sounds completely ludicrous.
Be the one that's highlighted as the dragon's about to be consumed.
Yeah, no, I think
like either a Talia or an Aatrox, and just see how much their stats go up. That'd be nice.
All right, we'll put that forward.
All right.
End of year review. Just make a note. Faker, narrowly avoids the seismic shove. That is thanks to Boots too. Pretty handy for the Silas. 600 gold bounty though for Ucal. Only a little bit more, and he's going to have that one maxed out.
It's very rare to see very large bounties nowadays, ever since the bounty change.
Especially this early into the game, right?
Yeah. This is actually phenomenal for Afrika. And I mean, they're rolling like gods yet again, so if you're an SKT fan, you're probably very bitter about the way the Dragons are going.
I just really like that Ucal has this kind of bounty and this kind of scoreline on his super famous Talia. Like, it's just, it really does fit in with the script of what Afrika would look like with a Ucal that's in form. And as you can see, he certainly is. Afrika having a really rough first week, by the way. Up against Griffin in their first match, and now up against SKT, the two teams that were finalists in the spring season. And they made both of them work for it. This is, of course, game number 2. They could be walking away with a 2-0 against SKT, which would be a huge accolade for these guys. Still, it's not over yet. Double Weaver's Wall coming in for both Faker and Ucal. Ucal jumps off his very early, and they're going to nullify each other.
You know what I just thought of?
The answer to the wall is another wall.
No, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh, really?
You know the rail?
Yeah. And they go next to each other? Oh my god, I love that game,
Oh my god, that was like Sonic and Shadow just now.
Do you know, can you recite the song to the first level?
Ooh. No, I can't. I know what you're talking about, though.
Oh, it's so good.
The theme's now stuck in my head.
Yeah.
But I don't know the lyrics.
Damn, that game was... The game was coded really badly. You watch a speedrun to that game, it's hilarious. You can just walk randomly through walls if you feel like it. It's really, really fun to watch. But the soundtrack was never in doubt.
Play with a friend, like the racing mode, and choose Amy? She was busted, I think. Or maybe I'm just really bad at the game. My friends were too. But Amy could like stop time every 20 seconds or something.
Oh, I remember
Sonic and Shadow needed way longer. Yeah. Amy was the Sona. So that's why I
Did they patch it? Did they patch Sonic Adventure 2 Battle in the end? I think they might have.
No.
You know they re-released it on Steam. They had an opportunity to. Yeah, it's on Steam now if you want to play it.
I played it on GameCube.
Me too. That was one of the first games that I owned on my GameCube.
Yeah, that was, excellent game.
Did you raise the
chows? The chows,
yeah,
right? Or whatever? No, wait, that's a dog.
Well, I mean, the name was like Chow, but it's spelled sort of like chaos, so I didn't really know. Are they called chaos or something? I don't know. It was a really weird word.
I did raise them.
Yeah, that was so much fun, man. I left my GameCube on for so many hours because of that game. Because it took time, you know, for the eggs to hatch and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently they didn't die from neglect, which is lucky because I left my GameCube on for many, many hours.
How did you make the dark chows? Didn't you have to, like, abuse them?
No, you had to, like, feed them the wrong food or something.
That's kind of abuse.
They can be sad, though, so you can do it if they're, like, not happy, which is exactly that. Yeah, it did teach you some really weird things.
Oh, my God.
And no, and to get the neutral one, the easiest way to get the neutral one is to just do nothing. So just straight up neglect.
The Angel Chow was really pretty.
Yeah, the Angel one was
He was
really
adorable. He was cute.
All right, we went on a deep dive into the side game of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which
I
I imagine a lot of people can they can relate to that, right?
Look,
it's a very relatable topic.
Here it comes.
We might find the Cocoon onto Keen, who's now looking for more. World Ender does come down there looking for it. Oh my God, the reset comes in a split second. The flash forward. Afrika find their moment and they strike. Keen always has his friends around.
And that's going to be the bottom tier 1 turret in the second Infernal Dragon as the camera pans back to Faker.
Yeah.
Getting that top tier 2 turret. Teddy, he's feeling like he's back in Jin Air.
He is, and especially after game number 1, that was exactly the vibes that we were all getting. Faker, he's feeling like he's back in 2018 with this top lane move. Afrika Freaks just seem to have so much more control, and they're somehow playing with more decisiveness, but more patience at the same time.
Yeah. They're definitely outperforming SK Telecom here in this game, and taking a look at all the stats across the board now is really scary. You know what? I just talked about how I wanted to see the stat. They had Kaisa selected. I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, my goodness. That's right. Next.
Third and first.
You know what?
Third and first. Third time's the charm.
Maybe you should get fired. Maybe it's not the Observer. It's not their fault. It's you. These outrageous claims. No. That's a no-no, my friend.
All right.
Faker was still spending some time towards the top side, clears out the Krug camp, but let's have a look at this one again. Keen just can't die, apparently.
But the other thing is that they see Galio in such close proximity, so I don't even know why they're electing to go for this. This is the type of desperation. I mean, I joked earlier tonight about Summit pulling a con, and we're sort of seeing...
Yeah. And now Keen, he's also gone for the Death Stance before even completing his Black Cleaver. So Keen, is going to have so much healing.
Yeah.
So much healing.
Oh, man, Teddy.
Yeah, going to get booped back. The flash has to be used. Still does have the Feather Storm and has to use that to get out of the way of the Void Seeker. Teddy now with no safety buttons available to him aside from a cleanse.
Oh, man. SK Telecom, the gold score at the top might put them 100 gold ahead, but remember, they are down 2 Infernal Dragons.
Yeah, that's a really scary thing. And I want to talk to you about what this game looks like if these two teams are even at around the 30-minute mark. I mean, what does it mean in like 10 minutes time from now as far as what these comps are going to offer? Because I look at Jason, I'm thinking not as much team fight power than as what Afrika has.
Yeah. Right. So traditionally, Afrika would win out in later stage team fights with the one saving grace being the Xayah.
Yeah.
And the work ground, the seismic shoves are such a nuisance. So SK Telecom ends up being broken down into essentially 2 things, either a Xayah versus the world or an Elise Cocoon that creates a pick into a Baron bait or just an outright Baron capture, depending on who you kill and how the team fight transpires. But Afrika, very similar to game number 1, they're looking for ways to fight. Talia can poke down and wither the enemy team. Lee Sin has the kick engage, but they also have ways to bait the opponent in and then convert into a defensive Galio ultimate to start the fight.
Right now you can see that Teddy is already pretty much prepared for the Xayah versus the world type situation. Khan nailing that shot plus nicely. On to aiming. He's going to have to go home, and that might mean that this outer turret in the mid lane could be falling soon as well, and the back is going to be stopped one more time. Moving up a little bit further forward to try and get back home. Yukal will turn up. We'll have some threaded volleys to put in here, and Dread is manning the turret. See whether they can save it. Keen turns up as well in the nick of time as that minion wave on the bottom side was dealt with. Blade Caller is going to stop UCal for a little while, but no way to actually get any further aggression, as the wards are there now for SKT towards this top side.
Interestingly,
Be surprised.
UCal should probably upgrade into Magi's.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
already at 10 stacks, so...
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, there's, I think, a pretty good argument to be had to just upgrading that rather than completing whatever he's attempting to build with the next blasting wand. I can't imagine that it would be a Void Staff. I'm imagining that it probably should just be a Banshee's Veil against the Cocoon.
Yeah, I think Banshee's Veil has a lot of value in this game, as Afrika Freaks move over to this control ward. And you can see SKT is towards the bottom side. A lot of information to Afrika as that control ward was just taken out. But I don't think a Baron start is going to happen anytime soon.
Infernal's on the
team. Yes, Infernal in 1 minute's time, and SKT, they can't afford to let Afrika get a third one. That is absolutely for sure. We will be fighting over that next Drake.
We'll see what ends up happening. Hopefully one of the Afrika team member, or SKT, if they would end up getting it. Hopefully one of the primary carries are up so I can actually look at the stat.
That's the important thing.
That
we
is.
need to see what the stat is doing.
I don't know what Talia... Now she bought a needlessly large rod. No, that should have just been an upgrade.
She's building old Rabbidan's Death Cap.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Old Rabbidan's Death Cap.
She should have completed into Magi's.
Or they want to have as much power in this next fight as they possibly can and wants to buy as much AP as possible. I think a needlessly large rod would be that, without the extra stacks on the Magi's, but I could be wrong.
Well, they're now going to begin posturing for the final Infernal Drake, and a team fight is definitely brewing.
Yep, aiming, you can see, trying to get some more health back here as the Gromp is going to get taken down low, but he's nowhere near this fight. Weaver's Wall, the hijacked version used by Faker to split off this team fight.
Hit.
Yeah. Big shot blast, but another wall. They're crossing walls.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yep, Senin does have the heroic entrance to try and get him in there, but it is going to be third Infernal going over to Afrika now, looking for the team fight. Another two-man empowered shock blast, but Afrika Freaks make it out scot-free, and SKT try and get the transitional advantage moving into this inner turret in the mid lane, but it's just not going to be enough. Maybe the Baron is going to be the decision as SKT move over this ward.
Mountain is coming up next, so I mean it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, triple.
If you're an SKT
like you
fan.
can see, the gold is identical for both teams, but the triple Infernal is putting so much money's worth of stats into Afrika. SKT are now piling on in. Voidseeker is going to land onto Clid. Faker was looking for the abscond, but doesn't actually pull the trigger.
The Cocoon.
Yeah, Cocoon's going to land onto Keen. Takes a fair bit of damage. Electrocute proc comes forward, but still has 2/3 health. Faker, oh, they found Dread. He safeguards to get himself out. Hexdrinker keeps himself relatively close to alive. It's Marta. Oh, he can't do it. The quickness. Remember, that delay means that it is a little bit more projected than it otherwise was. No fight found by either team.
And at this point, SK Telecom, they did manage to outmuscle Afrika briefly and thus grant themselves some time. Aatrox moving down towards the bottom half of the red buff is up, but it doesn't look like...
Hey, he decides not to steal it.
He doesn't want to steal it.
I believe a blue trinket was used to find it, or he just killed it, as Zaya will be picking that one up.
Looks like they just want to back up and play a little bit safe. Maybe they're waiting for the third item completions before actually electing to take the Baron or go for that team fight. They want to get as much bang for their buck. Quicksilver Sash now picked up for Keen. I'm curious to actually see what Talia is waiting on. As we take another quick look at this replay, Faker, he ended up building a wall that didn't really do anything. So UCal, he actually built a pretty good wall.
Yeah, his wall was a little bit better.
A little bit better.
He has the wall geography down pat, as he is certainly a very seasoned Talia player. I believe he'd get the Brendan Valdez mark of approval, of course, another Talia enthusiast.
He likes Talia?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah, he's a big Talia boy. He moved over to Corki for a little bit there when Corki was busted, but he's been a Talia boy for a long time.
What does Papa like? Do you know?
I know that he's a very, very good Brand jungler.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, Brand jungle is actually really interesting.
Yep. And when I knew Papa when he was back playing professionally in OCE, it was all about fiddlesticks.
Wait, he played pro?
Yeah, he did.
What?
In the OCE League, yeah, a long time ago. Long time.
some history I don't know about.
Well,
I
there you
joined
go.
League in Season 4. Is it
I
pre-Season
know.
4?
Absolutely.
Oh,
well
okay.
and truly pre-Season 4.
Okay.
It was like Season 1. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
When I was a wee lad.
Yeah. You were definitely a wee lad.
Season 1? Wait, how old
I think
was
Papa was, he was a commentator before you were aware of League of Legends.
Probably, yeah, actually.
I think even I was.
Yeah.
Season 4, yeah. There you go.
I joined the League Season 4.
Dread lands the Q onto Faker, but not going to follow up as finally the outer turret top lane is going to fall. Not a lot of siege options here on Afrika's side unless they can find the right threaded volleys, but like you say, the worked ground impedes any extended siege. Teddy just going to hit the Baron. Oh, it's going to move on over. They might actually have a way in here as the Void Seeker does find out that this Baron has been started, but where are the options? Dread taking a long time as the Weaver's Wall is enough to scare them off, but SKT, they had an opportunity.
Did you see the HP region? That was putting Sona to shame.
Yeah. That's without a Mountain Drake as well.
Nice.
As, Mountain will be available in a minute's time, but SKT still hanging around this Baron pit. Afrika now able to get some vision around it, but thankfully for SKT fans, there is that Rift Scuttler still providing vision.
Oh, Mountain Drake coming up in 50 seconds. If they get that, Akaisa is just able to help shred through easily.
And if you think about it, like this is a triple Infernal Kai'Sa. It's like probably one of the best champions to have triple Infernal as Faker. He's just seeing whether it works.
He went to hit an F key, fat-fingered.
Yeah.
I know that. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
I sometimes just want to look cool, you know? That's what I do. Like if I'm playing Zac, I just press my ultimate button and Zhonya's when I'm alone.
Maybe he remapped the F keys to different buttons. That could be it. He could have actually just
who knows?
Fat-fingered.
We might get a pause.
Yeah.
To redo that. Don't know whether that's a legit reason to pause. There's a Void Seeker. It's going to find Khan. His position available now on the map. But you can see so much vision here for SKT. Senin moves over. Only a few auto attacks, and Teddy's able to kill him.
Yeah, they got him.
Barter comes forward. Senin is most definitely dead, but can they get more flashes? Way too late. And Aiming even invests his heal into this one.
That's going to be Mountain going over to SK Telecom. Yes, Galio has he has the entrance to get back in, but 25-second death timer still, so.
Exactly, he's never going to be able to get into range for that one. So a little bit of a mishap there for the rookie player of the Afrika Freak, Senin. Of course, coming in very, very late into the spring season. And I think he just underestimated the 4 damage Kai'Sa. Xayah, because she just does so much work. You don't need Infernal Drakes to be very threatening on a 4-item Xayah.
Take a look at how this all ends up transpiring. You have to wonder what Afrika's actually doing, posturing the way that they are. Senin, he just goes down for free. There was really no point for him not to just accept it. He ended up using his flash, but he was dead.
Yeah.
Always. So.
I mean, okay, Grand Entrance is going to land as once again Senin's being caught out. Oh no, it's gone from disaster to even worse. Abscond is going to miss, and so Aiming is going to stay alive for the moment. But now, Senin spending a lot of time with a black and white screen.
Oh, Clid.
Yeah, Clid's going to be able to get the flank here. Dread is going to fall. Faker goes over the wall by accident, and Dread flashes trying to get out of the way. This is a really weird team fight as Aiming off to the side. Clid gets down into the brush, but then immediately has to go golden. This is an insane team fight as Teddy now gets face-to-face with Keen. The flash over the Weaver's Wall. Yukal's going to fall, but Keen might have found it. Marta to get out of the way, but oh my goodness, he's everywhere. The stopwatch going to be used. What a disaster of a fight. But SKT, they will win unless Aiming can kill 4 people by himself. The answer to that is no.
And so in a really weird turn of events.
What the heck just happened?
That was a BS.
That was just panic. That was raw, unadulterated panic from everyone.
That was slap the pinata. I don't know what was just going on right there.
But it was the first time anyone had actually seen a pinata, so they didn't quite know what to do.
Let's take a look at this. So, the cocoon lands, Baker goes over the wall. Dread fails his flash. And then Aiming, trying to kill Clid. Keen coming around the corner. Everyone flashing away. No one knows where anyone's going.
Yeah.
Keen turns back on. Weaver's Wall comes out. Teddy's going to have to flash over, and then Keen has to flash over too as the wall's not broken. And aiming, he's busy doing the Wraith camp, so.
Yeah, you gotta pick up.
But now he'll get into the fight. Give him a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Call that into the fight? I mean, he was in the fight.
I don't know. When's the last time I saw a team lose with 3 Infernals?
We have seen it before. It was last season. I don't remember what the game was, but it has happened.
It's a true feat. It's a true testament to Fiesta.
Hey, man. I mean, it's not over yet. All sorts of craziness could happen in this particular series, and if the team fights are going to go as that last one did, I'm very excited about the next one.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You gotta cue the music.
I reckon you're gonna be impressed. You're gonna be impressed next team fight.
I need to get some makeup artists up here. Hey, I'm gonna need a red nose and some wigs.
All right. Do you have the big shoes, the comically large shoes?
I'm gonna have to get them.
I think you're gonna need them. We're gonna both need them.
Can you imagine a clown Aatrox skin? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
That'd actually probably work.
You'd have like a giant clown hammer that clown bops people.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Call it the Pennywise skin. As heroic entrance comes down towards the bottom side. Big knock up. Inner turret is alive on a sliver right now. As Sennen did make his way in, but actually didn't impact anything at all. So that is now just a big cooldown, unavailable. Voidseeker clears out the last remaining siege minion as Afrika Freaks struggling to hold on to their structures. 6 turrets to 2 is now the advantage for the Spring Champions.
Well, if the Baron ends up dissipating, we're going to go right back into the same song in a dance, except this time it's going to be over in Elder Dragon. I like that. Yeah. You got a great voice.
Thank you very much.
You should go on... I don't know the name of it in Korea.
Oh! Okay.
Really close.
Yeah, grand entrance, not going to find the mark. UCal not going to find anything. Presses a whole bunch of buttons, but sometimes you got to press them in the right direction for them to actually be effectual as SKT lose their minion wave and now are going to go for a reset. 40 seconds left on this Baron buff. I'm not entirely sure they're going to be able to find too much more value from it, but you can see Faker's got a hell of a lot of items. He's also got the double stack of control wards, and Teddy is maxed out. This is very, very scary now for Afrika, as the team fights do just mean that SKT can stand behind their Xayah, and she can just turret to kill everything. Okay, UCal's on the wrong side of his wall! Absolute disaster for Afrika Freaks. They wanted that Elder Drake so bad, he messed it up, and now all they've done is given it to SKT.
Oh, Dread.
Desperation steal, but not even going to attempt it.
Get me out.
We're going to lose him from the desk. I need you. Hang around. I can't do the last game by myself. I can't do this.
I don't think we can even do it together.
I can't do this. Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Well, I think this could be the Doom push in from SKT. They don't have the Baron buff, but this Elder Drake means that they just don't have any worries when it comes to pushing in the base. First inhibitor is going to go down. Now Afrika to see whether they can put up the defense. 10 seconds on UCal. Banshee's Veil still up for Clid. They're looking for their ways forward. The poke is just too good.
Yeah, that's
and SKT just bully them out of the way.
And it's going to be quite difficult now for Afrika to actually come back inside of this game. Now, the Elder Dragon's actually going to dissipate before the next team fight likely unfolds, and UCal should actually be able to complete to his death cap. Unsure why Aatrox has Ronduins, but let's take a look at this one more time. That is what we call a construction disaster.
Yeah, but I think I can understand that, like, sort of booped him off the little edge of the wall.
Yeah, but he has no business summoning the wall at that timing anyway. Yeah. The dragon still didn't even come down from its roost.
Yeah.
You know? I don't really know what that was all about. Is Keen gonna die now too?
Oh, okay. Teddy's looking to gank him.
Alright.
He's gonna get a lot of movement speed, and Teddy's not gonna be able to catch up.
Now he doesn't have his ult for the fight.
He doesn't. You are correct. He's got a lot of cooldown reduction. It's ticking down. You know, not too bad. Not too bad. Already a quarter of the way done. That really cool hat that you were talking about has been completed now as Dread. He's looking for Khan. The flash kick is going to go woefully wrong as Dread is going to go gold, and Khan follows suit there as well as Faker takes down the Lee Sin eventually. The fight is breaking out. Keen doesn't have that ult like you were talking about. Might be impactful here as Teddy gets jumped on by the Aatrox, but Clid is going to clean him up. SKT have found the team team fight. They're going to push forward. Senin is going to go down. Double kill for Khan, as it was Afrika that started the fight, but SKT sure as hell finished it.
The big question for me right now is the opponent had 30 seconds remaining on the Elder. 30 seconds, Atlas. That's all that they needed to wait.
Well, you know I've had answers for all of your questions so far, LS. Can I at least one time not have the answer for you? Because SKT just walked away with the victory against a 3 Infernal Drake Afrika Freaks. And it was that one disaster of a team fight. And SKT found their leeway, found their opportunity, found the enemy nexus, and right-clicked it. And I'm just really happy that LS is still here.
I thought
I was going to lose him. I thought I was going to lose him after that team fight. But we mentioned the Pennywise Aatrox skin, and that kept him around.
That did keep me around. That really did entice me. Cool. I started thinking about chromas for it and everything.
Yeah.
You know?
So the way to hold on to your LS, if you're a commentator, guys, if you're ever going to be casting with him in the future, just preoccupy his mind if something goes wrong. You know, just preoccupy his mind with something else.
I mean, I think the MVP for that game has to be Teddy, because he was the only one that wasn't.
And also shout out to him for the previous game as well, being
the
only one to really do damage on either side.
God.
Yeah. Yep. That is a lot of Jace damage. He has all the poke though. Teddy once again, 20k. And double his opponent. I swear, Yukal's brain exploded
how do you
that
have
game.
3 Infernals and do 0 damage on everyone?
Oh, that's not it's pretty close. I don't know how the Galio did less damage than Rakan, but I think it just shows that SKT were able to navigate the second half of that game much better than Afrika were. I feel like the composition from Afrika fell apart a little bit. Like, what were they trying to do throughout the later portions of that game? You saw the gold graph was boom for SKT, right? And it just felt like Afrika was holding on, but holding on isn't how you win games. You win games by making moves and being successful. But they made a move, and they were the opposite of successful. Means that we get another game, though. So hopefully Afrika can tidy this one up. And maybe that Spirit fan in the audience is going to get their wish.
You know what? I think that's what this was all about. I think we finally found the secret.
Yep.
The cameraman panned over that, leaked the script.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to get
We need Spirit.
Know.
Well, we're going to go and reset ourselves after a very strange, very weird and wonderful game. However, it was very fun, and if the next one is anything like it, I say bring it on. Absolutely. We're going to go find a new outfit for LS as well. He needs his clown suit, everything like that, the oversized shoes, the whole shebang. That's all we're going to need. We'll see you after the break.
미드 몽치.
뛰어가면 이거 변수 없어 우리.
여기 조심.
나집 갔다
야, 미드 걸었다.
와봐 미드 와봐.
얘 노플.
노플 빨리 뛰어 빨리.
천천히 싸워.
천천히 봐봐 이거 중앙 빼면서.
강혁이 뺄 수 있어.
이거 봐봐요 이거 아트.
아트 도구.
야 카이사 녹음. 에 깜빡했어 카이사 녹음. 아트 봐줘 진성아.
아야, 우리 탈리아부터 볼게. 탈리아 노플.
야 위에 각 좋아 위에 이겼어.
미드 가.
끝내자.
태민이랑 나랑 갈게.
나 탭으로 갈게. 카이사 녹음이야. 카이사 노플. 일로 가자 일로 가.
노플.
끝났어.
카이사 오케이 카이사 노플 녹음이야.
아 끝났어 이거 미드.
타이사 여기 태민아 잡자. 이리 와봐.
나 탭고 있어.
태민아 나 더블 쓴다. 나 조냐 있거든. 야 이거 탑당굴.
자 끝낼게 이거.
나이스.